Yo, what up with it? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Hooded. And before we get started, if you could do me a quick favor and tap that like button for your boy. And while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for your boy, because we almost at 1,000 subscribers and I genuinely cannot thank y'all enough, man. Real talk. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do just as long as y'all keep doing what y'all doing, and that's showing love. From the subscribers to the likes to the views, I appreciate it all. And now that we got all that out the way, without further ado, man, let's jump right into today's video. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to get the Cavalcade XL, aka the Cadillac Escalade, ahead of its scheduled release. So apparently it's two ways you can get this SUV. You have option A, purchase the Chop Shop DLC, do the mission, wait for the guys to chase you in this SUV and figure out a way to save it in your garage. Or if you want to save yourself a lot of time and money and not risk getting your account banned, you can do this method. So the first thing you want to do is head over to the LS Car Meet. The very next thing you want to do as soon as you get there is to open your interaction menu and invite everyone from the lobby to the car meet. The more populated the lobby is that you join, the better your options are at finding this SUV. I say about 5 times out of 10 someone is going to show up with the Cavalcade. Why? Because it's ahead of release, it's exclusive, and they want to show it off. If no one shows up with it, just join another lobby and try it again. I promise you, doing it this way only took me 2 attempts. Now once someone shows up with the Cavalcade, all you have to do is walk up to it and tap X to purchase it. Now the price of it is going to depend on how many modifications the other player has made to the SUV. I think I paid like $2 million for mine, but I think stock it comes at like $1.5 million or something like that. So if you have about $2 or $3 million in the bank, then you should be good. And as you can see, homeboy right here is actually customizing the Escalade that he just purchased from me. And who knows how long he's been trying to get his hands on this thing. And since I'm here, I should also mention that this week's prize ride is the Tahoma Coupe, aka the Chevrolet Monte Carlo. And all you gotta do to get this thing for free is to come in first place in the LS Street Race playlist 3 days in a row. It's honestly a pretty easy challenge to get, especially if you happen to host one of these races. Then you can start the race as soon as one person joins. That way you only gotta worry about beating one other player. I think this car came out a few months back, but I never purchased it since it didn't have any Benny's upgrades, which was a major misstep for me. I never understood why Benny's never gets the love that it deserves. But yeah, man, if you're trying to get your hands on that Cavalcade, I would say this is the best method to do it. Unfortunately, this vehicle does not have the Imani Tech upgrade. I'm not sure why they didn't add it to this vehicle, but since we got an updated version of the Escalade, maybe we can get an updated version of the Granger 3600, aka the Chevrolet Suburban. I think that a smaller Z71 Tahoe with Imani Tech would be fire. I mean, it almost looks the same as the Cavalcade. The only difference is the Z71 or the Z69, if I know Rockstar, would have more armor, bulletproof windows, and landmines to set it apart from the Cavalcade. So hopefully we can see something like that in the future, because I think that would be super dope. Most of the upgrades for the Cavalcade seem to be pretty subtle and simple. They didn't give us a whole lot of options for customization. For example, you cannot change the interior. But one thing that I do really love is the fact that the recent cars that Rockstar has added to GTA Online have looked like 1-to-1 copies of the real life version. But it would have been really nice to make the seats match the paint job. The acceleration is great on this SUV, but I do wish the top speed was a bit better. But on the flip side, it also handles pretty decent, even in the snow. And on the topic of SUVs, they also just added the older generation Dodge Durango. So I'm gonna take that as a sign to keep my fingers crossed that Rockstar will one day give us the newer generation Dodge Durango. I mean, I just can't really see them modeling the older Durangos and not the newer ones. But the more I think about it, we may not see neither one of those until GTA 6 releases. I mean, the current rumor is that most of the cars we've been getting in GTA Online are actual cars from GTA 6 that have been backported to GTA 5. And this Mustang GT that you're looking at right now is another car that was also recently added to GTA Online. I'm not sure why they made it convertible, but I hope we get a hardtop in the future. Maybe this summer they can finally bless us with a Shelby GT 500. But don't get me wrong, I do love the look of this Mustang, even with the ragtop. It definitely looks a whole lot more realistic than that Camaro Mustang hybrid that they released a few years ago. But moving on to the next order of business, Rockstar also added a new snowball cannon, as you can see in these clips. It don't really do no damage unless you hit somebody with it, but it is a lot of fun, especially with friends. Not sure if they plan on keeping this in the game or if it'll be disabled after Christmas, but I do hope they decide to keep it. I think Rockstar should add more weapons like this throughout the year. They may not cause a lot of damage, but they are pretty fun. Just like the alien gravity gun that we got a few years ago that we all used to flip our cars back over over and get them unstuck from around the map. I think more creative weapons like that would be really dope. But back to this Mustang, in the snow, this thing handles really great for a car. And as far as speed goes, it's definitely faster than the Dominator GTX. I don't even need to do a comparison to tell the difference, because that car was criminally underpowered and extremely disappointing. And that was very unfortunate, especially for a Mustang lover like myself. And last but not least, this week you will periodically see an 18-wheeler passing around the map dropping off gifts to players. These gifts seem like they range between $1,500 and $10,000. And I think I got a Christmas sweater maybe once. But most of the times it seems like it's dropping off cash money. The last time I saw it, I followed it its entire route throughout the map and scraped up about $50,000, I believe. I found that the best way to follow this thing around is with the Oppressor Mark II. And it's also best to have very low number lobbies, because in packed lobbies I've seen up to 10 players trailing this 18-wheeler and fighting over gifts. And what the Oppressor Mark II allows you to do is steal gifts right on top of players as they fall out of the 18-wheeler. And having homing missiles is definitely a plus, especially if things get hectic. Now if you follow the 18-wheeler all the way through its route, you will end up on this street where it will also turn invisible, but will remain parked until it's time for it to make its rounds again. So if you're looking for this thing, just try to hang out in this general area and you should be able to get a pretty good head start on it before everyone else in the lobby rushes towards it. I'm not sure how often it respawns, but as you're following it, it seems like the gifts fall about every 2 or 3 minutes or so. I do wish the gifts were a bit better. I think some card drops would have been much appreciated by the community, but at the end of the day, it's free gifts, so hey, I guess it is what it is. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. If you enjoyed this video, if you found anything in this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell notification so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And make sure you tap that like button one time for your boy. And until next time, Woda, peace.